Okay, all right. Okay, all right. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Wrong. Oh, wait, wrong. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. So, what was I saying before I try to fix my hair? Okay, so today we're gonna spend the second day on residuals because we need to practice. Okay, and the more practice we have, the more you're gonna remember what to do. Okay, all right. So let's go. Okay, all right. So here's what we did yesterday, right? We talked about Khan Academy show you conceptually what a residual is, and then I show you how to plot residuals by hand, all right, which you're not going to do on the regions, okay? I just want to show you the origin of how things are done to give you a better understanding. And then we went to the graphing calculator. We used one example, all right? And then hopefully yesterday also we were in class and we did a couple of examples up here, right? 2, 3, and 4, okay? And then today, for this video, I'm going to go over number 5, give you an opportunity to do 6, and then the practice will be 7, 8, and also the regions questions. Okay, so that's the way I planned it. So now let's come back here. Now, unfortunately, right now I'm doing this right after a class, which means I already forgot how to do this from the period before. Okay, not really, just kidding. So what we're gonna do then, all right, is again, right, when we do this, the first step is to, actually, let me just check the mode to make sure. Yep. See, I clear the memory every time I do this because if I don't, I always feel like there's previous settings that I messed up that I forgot. Okay, all right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna edit the table again. Okay, so if you want to follow along, go ahead and press pause so that you can follow along and enter the data in. Okay, I just want to do an example with you guys. Okay, so press pause right now. Okay, all right, so I enter the data in. Now, I'm not even reading these questions because I'm strictly using these tables to just help me do the line of regression, looking at the correlation, kind of a review more or less, actually, now that I think about it. All right, that's the way I want to use this. So I want the line of best fit. I want the correlation. I want the I want to see the graph, and then I'm going to do the residual. I want to see the line of best fit with the graph, and then I want to see the residual plots. How about that? Okay, so that's why we really only have time for 2 examples. So all right, let's see. We got this. So I'm gonna go to stat, cal, choice for ln reg ax plus b, store the line. Let's see. I'm gonna store the line. Hold on, let's see. Okay, all right. I was distracted. I was thinking about something else. All right, that's calculate, right? I got my correlation 0.337. Okay, right? So my equation is 1.9. I round to the nearest tenth. Okay, we'll listen for once. All right, 1.9x plus 29.8. Okay, all right. Is that right? 29.8. Yep. That's the equation. I want to see the graph. So what I'm going to do is if I graph this, I won't be able to see everything because as you can see, like the slope's not bad, is 2. The y-intercept's almost 30. So the graph is going to be like kind of up there. So let me just double check the equation. Yeah, it looks fine. Graph, see? Right? Can't see anything. So I need to work with the window a little bit. Actually, I need to do a stat plot also. So hold on. Let me see. Let me change the window. So I'm going to change the window. I'm not going to have any mins. So I'm going to make that 0. Max, I'm going to make it into, let's see, this 30. So let me make it to like 50. All right. Y min, I don't need an X min either, actually. All right. X max is 10. Is that going to work? Let me see. Let me check the graph. Yeah, the graph looks good. Now remember how I want to see the points too, to see if it's a good fit. So I go to second stat plot, right? I want the plot on. Now, don't do residuals here yet. We're not doing residuals yet. I just want to see the graph. Okay, so by the way, one of the things I also really want you to get to is I don't do this very often. Like I said, I don't really teach 8th grade very often. So one of the things I want to encourage you with this is that you can kind of see from the beginning, right? Whenever I try to teach something new, I go very slow because sometimes I have to reteach myself how to do this stuff. So, but as you can see, I'm a lot more fluent now, right, with the graphing calculator. And that's my encouragement to you, to be able to do the same thing just with practice. So now you can kind of see like I'm going back and forth, okay, fairly easily. Okay, all right. Anyways, all right, now let me look at the graph, right? So now the points are a little bit all over the place. So this is the best graph we can make. If you want to, I think you can trace the points, okay? I hope I don't mess up here. See, look, I can go from point to point from the plot. You see that? So that's another thing that's going to help you. So here down there, I give you the coordinate too. So 4, 39, 4, 42, 6, 44, 3.5, 31. So these are the original points. Okay, so I got my graph. So I checked that off. I want to see the residual plot. So now I'm going to go back to second stat plot. Let's see if I remember this. I need to change this to residuals because I only want to see the residuals. So here, right, I'm going to change this. Okay, so again, what I did was I went to second stat plot, right, on, but now I'm plotting the residuals. So the Y list has to change. I think it was second list, right? Yep, reset, that's 7, got that. Let's graph. All right, and there are residuals. Now, I want a better look at the actual data. I actually don't care about the line anymore. So zoom stat, right? So look, now, is this a good line of best fit? Is the linear regression a good one that we chose? Yeah. Why? Yeah, the points are scattered. There's no pattern, right? Think about what I said yesterday, right? It's all random points. And the second thing is, I'm kind of half joking. The reason why the points look so scattered and so good is because we used the calculator to get the equation in the first place. Of course it's gonna be good, right? The calculator did it. Of course, of course our residual plot looks good, right? So that makes sense, right? Okay, now here's what we're gonna do next. I would like you now to do this question number 6, using this data. And then what's gonna happen is I'm probably gonna have to go over it again, right? Because it's 7. Yeah, so I'm gonna do this one super duper quickly. Okay, so press pause right now to enter in the data, and then I'm just gonna like fly through it. Okay, yeah, okay, all right, so press pause right now. Okay, all right, so I got my data here. Now one of the things I do want to mention is if our answer by perchance slightly different, it might be that you enter in the data incorrectly, because I make mistakes all the time entering the data because I'm using my keyboard. So you might experience that as well. Okay, now so here we got our table. So right quick, all right, I want to know the correlation, the equation, looking at the graph with the line of best fit and the original points, like from here, all right, and then the residual plot. 4 things. Okay, so let's try to get through this. Okay, again, I actually clear the memory, all right, because I can't get this through to you enough to make sure you turn your diagnostics on. Now let me go back to the table. I got my table, right? So stat, calc, lin reg, store that. What is the store? Let's see, vars, function. Now, I mean, you should have done this already, okay? So I'm just kind of going kind of fast. And if you want to rewind, right, you can pause and keep going. All right, calculate, right? There's my, I'm not even gonna write it down, okay? So there's my correlation, very high. The slope is about, by the way, so this is why I want to make a point that slope is not the same thing as the correlation, okay? Because from my perspective, the way, you know, as a math teacher, sometimes I do get it confused, okay? Again, slope is not the correlation coefficient, okay? Don't get those two mixed up, because a correlation tells you how strong the relationship is between x and y from the table, right? So it's very, very strong in a positive direction, right? Because it's almost positive 1. The slope doesn't tell you that. The slope just tells you for every one thing that happens in x, what should you expect for y? That's the question, right? So the rise over run thing, remember, right? How much it rise for every one run, so to speak, right? So those are not the same things, okay? So even just teaching this unit alone really helped me clarify that. Okay, what's next? Okay, I need the equation. Now the equation's right here, so I would say I want to see the graph, right? So the graph, can't see it too well, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom out. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to try to actually plot the points also. So I'm going to do this. I think that's going to help, okay? I'm trying something slightly different. So here, right, I got the plot. Let me check out the graph. Yep, can't see it, so I'm going to do this. Zoom 9, all right? I'm going to see if that would work. Yep, okay, good, because otherwise it would have been a little bit embarrassing. So here's my line of best fit. Here are all the plots from the table. Again, if you want to trace it, click trace, and you can just go from point to point, okay? Right, kind of cool, all right? And then afterwards, now I want to see the residual plot, right? So you can actually go to second, stat plot. I want the plot. I do want that, but now I need to change the Y list to residuals. So I go to second list, 7 residual. All right, and then I can graph that. Now I probably won't see it. Yeah, so I need to zoom to the data, and there we go. Now, what do you think? Is that a good line of best fit that we just got from Y equals something? From this? Is that a good? Yeah, it is, right? Why? Yeah, right? It's scattered. The points are scattered, right? Again, of course, yeah, we're using the line from the calculator itself. Of course, the plot is going to be good, right? Of course, this plot is going to be good. So that's it, all right? Wow, that went a little bit. Okay, so come back to class and we will do some practice, okay? All right, see you in class.
OMG, that was so good.